What cheer, y'all? Welcome back to Red at the Wire. Well, here are the full card selections for Churchill Downs on Stephen Foster Day on Saturday, so I'll give you a minute to take a look. Okay, and I should note the best bet is in the seventh race, and that's why number three is highlighted there. Take a look. Our best bet is Torpedo Anna. I think she'll rebound from her last race. It is, always a little uh, risky sometimes with fillies in particular when they move from their 3-year-old year to their 4-year-old year. I remember Rachel Alexandra in particular was one that was, just so dominating at 3, but at 4 years old, she wasn't quite the same horse and was quickly retired. Torpedo Mana's got a couple of wins to start the year. They weren't overly impressive, but she did what she had to do, and she's just too good to me in a 5-horse field that I think she can win. I think she's going to rebound. She's training well, and I just can't go against her. So she will be the best bet. The long shot is Minaret Station in the American Derby, and like I said in my posting for the Pick Five, I've been waiting for this horse for a while to come back. Now it is a long layoff, and it is a horse who likes to come from off the pace, but I really liked what I saw, and I think this one is going to be a big player on the turf scene this year. So I'm going to go with Minaret Station. I think we're going to get a price. There's others in there that probably will take some money. So uh, I think this one already won at 38-1 last year, and I was really looking forward to seeing this one in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf, but unfortunately did not run. If this one can build off what he did it too, I really like Minaret Station here for a long shot. Value plays. There's a few races on the card that are, I think, pretty wide open, and the fourth race in particular, I'm going to go with Sharingo as a value played 8-1 for Linda Rice, just because she's really good off the claim, and what's she doing at Churchill Downs is kind of my thing. I mean, we know in the past she has come down there to claim Churchill Downs horses to bring them back to New York, and I believe they put in some kind of a regulation where they can't do that. Uh, they can't bring them to New York anymore, or something like that. I don't know, but anyway, she's here, and she has just a great record in New York with being first off the clip. So Chiringo to me looks like a good class fit. Violet Irene I really liked in a maiden race. The maiden race I had a nice closing second, and at 6-1 I think offers some really good value in a pretty good race. So same with Repercussion for Brendan Walsh at 15-1. The tab looks pretty darn good to me, and so I think offers some excellent value. Brendan Walsh pretty good with first time starters. Something stronger in the eighth race. I think I really liked what I saw. This one hasn't gone around 2 turns yet, but the pedigree is there, and looks to have that kind of turn foot that I like to see. And more than anything else, when you have a race when you've got basically it's a 2-horse race seemingly between Vixen and Lush Lips, I gotta find somebody else, and I really like something stronger as a potential upset at 10-1. Flying Mohawk in the American Derby as well. This horse, hey, cross the Derby out. Just draw a line through it. This isn't a dirt horse. That the owners had delusions of grandeur, as we know. I really liked this horse before the Jeff Ruby. I thought the turf form was very good. He ran very well in the Jeff Ruby and has had some time to recover and now back on the preferred surface. I think Flying Mohawk at 8-1 offers some excellent value, and I wouldn't be surprised if he wins the race. So there are your value plays. We've got the Turf Pick 3, which is a sequence that's unique to Churchill Downs. And so let's play it. It comprises races 8, 10, and 12, and we've got a spread in all of them. The turf races are, it's hard to single really anywhere, but we'll do it. We'll go with 2, 5, 6 in the eighth, 3, 4, 7, 8 in the 10th, and 1, 2, 5, 6 in the 12th. And as I always say on my full card selections, whenever I have a single that I think is a best bet, I like to build doubles around them. So Torpedo Out to me is the best bet in the 7th. So we're going to do doubles in the 6th and the 7th and the 7th and the 8th. So we're going to go 8-3 in the 6th and 7th because I think the 8 is a pretty strong favorite and the odds will be short. So we want to just do a cold double with those two and leverage a little bit. And then we'll do a saver with 3, 4, 9 with the 3, and those are both for races 6 and 7. Then race 7 and 8, because we have Lush Lips, Vixen, and something stronger, we're just going to do cold doubles with all three of them, and we'll leverage accordingly. I think Lush Lips has a little bit of an edge based upon the way she likes to be up nearer to the pace. Vixen seems a little more married to her particular style, but Lush Lips, even though she was ranked in the last race, it was, I think it was just an attempt to see if she can rate a little bit and bring off the pace. But in this race, I wouldn't be surprised if she goes right back to the lead. And if that's the case, tactically, she should have a good advantage. But if anybody's going to beat Lush Lips, who's not Vixen, I think something stronger is a really good option. And at 10-1 is an excellent price. So we'll go with those three. Now, we've got a couple of pick threes I took a look at. Races 3 through 5, we're going to go with 1, 4, 6, 8, with 1, 6, 8, with 2. And we're just going to single in the 5th race because it's kind of a strange race. And I'm just going to, we're going with a price. And if it hits, great. And if it doesn't, fine. That is just the way that one shakes out. So it has the potential, if we can get the 2 home, to offer some good ROI. And then in races 7 through 9, with Torpedo Honor, we'll single the 3 in the 7th race, and then we'll go 2, 5, 6 in the 8th race with something stronger, Vixen and Lush Lips. And then we'll, in race 9, we'll do 1, 6, and 8, so we can keep that pretty economical. The Derby City 6, I believe, has a carryover, a continued carryover, and I'm pretty sure it's a mandatory payout. It's a 20-cent wager. So what the hell? Let's go for it, right? I mean, why not? We can be generous in each race. We can spread a little bit. But if I'm playing a pick 6 or a pick 5, I do generally like to have a single. And I talked about a little bit in my post for the pick 5. In the 11th of Stephen Foster, I'd really probably ought to single Mystic Dan because I think he is in the best form. But as an alternative, I am going to throw Mindframe in there. I'm not as high on Mindframe as some others have been. I just wonder if I just think this horse should be a little more impressive in his first few races if he's all that, based upon what he did at 3. But we're going to throw him in there. So we'll do Torpedo at a singled in the 7th race, then we'll do 2, 5, 6 in the 8th, 1, 6, 8 in the 9th, 3, 4, 7, 8 in the 10th. The Stephen Foster will do 2 and 5. I'm going against Sierra Leone. He hasn't raced in quite some time since his debut in New Orleans. And, you just got to wonder a little bit about that. The other thing is he hasn't proven yet that he can really be effective without pace. I mean, he did so in the Risen Star, but, I mean, he's just so much better than the rest of those horses. I think when the stakes get raised, then you go back to then you're going to need some things to maybe get the edge over others. Breeders' Cup Classic, he had everything his way in that race, but he's still a fine horse. I just kind of got a feeling Chad Brown's waiting for the Whitney with him. That's just my feeling, but I just can't see a scenario here in a race where it's hard to trust anybody, to be honest, where he gets up, and he's going to be awful short, too. So let's try to beat him with the 2 and the 5. And then finally, in the American Derby, we're going to use 1, 2, 5, and 6. So at 20-cent base, that's a $57.60 ticket, and I think that gives us a pretty good shot. We've got plenty of options. Don't want to go crazy in any of these sequences. I know 20 cents base makes it enticing. But let's be honest, you're gonna have so many people playing it. I've tried to. I toyed with the idea of just going against Torpedo Anna in the seventh race, but that doubles the ticket size because I would have used Royal Spa and Jin Jin, and let's just go for it with Torpedo Anna. I mean that I think that's a pretty good bet on the day. So there it is. That's the Derby City Six as a an added sequence for you, and I hope this helps with your own wagering strategy for Saturday. I wish you the best of luck. Certainly, if you like content like this, please like and subscribe. And again, thanks so much to all of you who continue to grow our community. Had some very nice comments this week, and I very much appreciate it. Keep them coming. That's what I think has made our community very strong, is that we get a lot of input from you guys. So keep it up. I very much appreciate it. Positive, negative, otherwise, as long as it's constructive. I always want to stress that. Just let's make it constructive. Let's keep it fair. But I'm more than willing to, and no problem at all, listen to people who disagree with my opinions. That's what makes horse racing great. We've all got opinions. Horses have the facts, as the coach is so famously said. And we wish him the very best, and thoughts and prayers to his family, as we've said before. So that's it from here. We're getting ready for Saratoga. Going to have a whole lot of content for that, as well as Del Mar, and we'll continue on throughout the thoroughbred racing season. The Haskell, I got a feeling I'm going to be there at Monmouth. I've never been to Monmouth before, so if you see me, stop by, say hello, have a drink, have a cigar. I'd love to chew the fat with you and talk horse racing. So that's it from here. I'll talk to you soon, and until then, be well.